Unplugged Club is the seventh episode of Disney's House of Mouse. This aired originally on the 3rd of March 2001. That's one day after my ninth birthday. And in this episode, Pete is up to his usual tricks. He is doing everything he can to try and stop the show. But the show must go on, and Pete is removing all of the batteries and trying to stop the club's source of electricity. But there's one character who can help, and I won't say who it is. See if you can guess. If I had known that a character was going to be trying to help, I think I would have guessed somebody different actually. So I think it was quite an interesting way for them to try and problem solve. There were various things that I thought were quite funny along the way. I'm not going to give anything away, of course, but there was a moment where Minnie asked Mickey if he needed a timeout, and the place where he was going to have a timeout amused me a lot. And just little kind of things like that where it reminds you that Mickey is a certain kind of character, and I really enjoyed it. One of the highlights for me as well was Eeyore. Winnie the Pooh does feature in House of Mouse, but not that frequently. Um, but I really enjoyed kind of seeing Winnie the Pooh and Piglet and Eeyore in this, and particularly what Eeyore was doing. I thought that was a very sweet thing for the character to do, and kind of out of his comfort zone. And it was really nice to see him in that kind of environment because Eeyore doesn't really get as much attention as he deserves, not compared to the other characters. There were two cartoons in this one, Music Store Donald and Mickey's Cabin, and Music Store Donald I really liked. And I will discuss these both separately, so I'm not going to go into too much detail. But I really liked Music Store Donald. Mickey's Cabin was... it was okay. It wasn't brilliant. One of the characters in it was quite interesting, and both of them feature Pete, so it's a very Pete heavy episode. I do think it's really interesting how Mickey Mouse Clubhouse has Pete as a kind of good guy. He's a bit of an outsider, he's not part of the main gang. By no means was he part of the Sensational Six, which would become the something seven. I can't think of a suitable adjective. But he's much more of a good guy in Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, but even as recently as House of Mouse, he was still the antagonist. And to be honest, I prefer him as an antagonist. It works really well with him being a cat, Mickey being a mouse. I wouldn't say Unplugged Club is my favourite. I think it wasn't as funny as some episodes, and I think it's lacking that Disney spark. But it was still quite enjoyable. We got to see a great mix of Disney characters. The cartoons that were in it were not too bad at all. It's not a bad episode.